Now here's something new to this channel, which is the Lego knockoffs, not the actual Lego figures, the knockoffs of the T-Rex and Indominus Rex figures. Now, most knockoff dinosaur toys I really don't like, such as the companies that copy Schleich and Papa. I really don't like those, but these are like one of the few knockoffs I actually like, because most people can't afford the actual Lego sets, which are like $70 to $100. So no one can afford that. So glad they made the knockoffs. So this was on Amazon. Both of these for $23 and free shipping. That's a really good deal for these two dinosaurs, and they still look like their original figures. The exception is they're both a little bit glossy. And in the T-Rex, well, I'll explain this later. Also, I got this in the mail along with the new Utah Raptor, the one from Schleich. So let's take a look at the Tyrannosaurus first. The difference between this and the actual product is the original figure had more ferocious, darker eyes, while this one has a little bit more goofy yellow eyes. And also, it's a little bit more glossy, but the plastic quality is still similar to the original figure, and you can take this apart and put it back together, much like Lego figures. Not to mention, both dinosaurs also came with a gyrosphere. The T-Rex came with Simon Masrani, and the Indominus came with Gray Mitchell. And you can still take apart the gyrosphere and take off the person, but for some reason, taking apart Masrani's gyrosphere is somewhat difficult, but I'll just keep it in here. And like the original Masrani figure that came with the Pteranodon set, he only had one face, but at least the knockoff actually did something right. They gave him two faces on this. And the gyrosphere still functions properly because the character still stays stationary. Wonderful engineering on that. Anyway, let's take a look at the T-Rex. See, it looks very much like the original figure with a shrink-wrapped skull and an articulated jaw. This is like the best Jurassic World T-Rex figure we've gotten. The Hasbro ones were crap, but this is like the best one. It's perfectly proportioned too, and a rubber tip tail. So there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points of articulation. And it still doesn't have Rexy scars on here. And you can put it in different poses too, like the Rexy roaring at Indominus Rex. And these are large figures if you haven't already owned them yet. So get these now while you can, because they're selling pretty fast. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the packaging. They called it Dinosaur World, and they changed up the logo a little bit. See the Chinese logo right there. And on the back it's got a little art image of the gyrosphere, dino, and human. So this is a pretty cool T-Rex figure. Now let's get to the Indominus Rex now. Now this is the one I was like more excited for, because I was like, man, I wish I could get the T-Rex and Indominus Lego figures, but never got to, because the minifigures themselves online are like $80 to $100 for just this. I wouldn't pay that much. It's not really worth for $100, but at least got both of these for $23. That's why I kind of like the knockoffs. So let's get with articulation first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 points of articulation. Like T-Rex has a rubber tip tail, and the T-Rex, the difference between this and the original figure is that the gray paint job is darker than the old one, which I kind of like the darker paint job, and it's also more shinier too. And you can still take it apart and put it back together. And here is gray and the gyrosphere that comes with the Indominus. Still functions properly. You can still take it apart. Yada yada. Yeah, I can tell most people who can't afford the Lego sets, they'll probably go for these dinosaurs. There's also, for $10.99, you get the 3 raptors, the Dilophosaurus, mini Triceratops, and Pteranodon, all for $10.99. It's probably the one I'm going to get next. So if I were to give these two dinosaurs a rating, both of them will get a 9 out of 10. So, like, yeah, I would have given the original figures a 9 out of 10 too, but since these knockoffs are basically the exact same as the original figures, I'll still give them a 9 out of 10. So the only place you'll get it now is Amazon. They have these on eBay too, but it's from China. So if you buy from China, then you're going to have to wait a long time for that. So I'll just get it from Amazon where it's available in America. It'll come in like 4 to 5 days in time. So if you like this video, leave a comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next review. They're going to fight.